Each of these houses, the per square feet cost is about 30 to 40,000 rupees. The house comes to about 4 crore rupees if it's a 1,000 square feet house. It was clearly mentioned that this house would be meant to have a girls' hostel in it. It would also be given to those families where the officers were serving in Kargil. Instead, it was taken by top generals and admirals. And this is being said not by headlines today. This is being said by the officer who commands the Navy in the Western Command. He's written, Sanjeev Bhasin, Vice Admiral Flag Officer Commanding in Chief of the Western Naval Command, has written to his Chief of Naval Staff. Headlines today's Deputy Editor Gaurav Sawant has been working on this story. He now joins me in the studio also to get a perspective from the promoters. Kanhaiya Lal Gidwani, he is the promoter of Adarsh Society. He joins us as well. But I want to go to Gaurav first. Gaurav, it seems everybody in any way connected with giving this no objection certificate, very coincidentally, if you leave aside this letter, very coincidentally seems to have managed to get a house in that building.
And that's the scam. That's the scam that Admiral Bhasin is pointing to. And he says even now it's not too late. Let's investigate this at length. He's written to the Chief of the Naval Staff. He's requested the Chief of the Naval Staff to go all the way up to the Ministry of Defense. Even the Maharashtra Chief Minister stopped this illegal activity at this stage. He's also saying this is detrimental to national security. There are two issues involved here. One is this corruption. Two is absolute blatant lies. If this was to have a girls' hostel, if this was to be allotted to either officers who've served in Kargil or serving in extremely difficult areas, they should have been allotted these houses and not the top generals, not the top admirals, not the politicians and bureaucrats. Two, there's a national security aspect. Even today, this Adarsh Society, the housing group, is not giving the naval headquarters, the CNC West, names of people who are who've been allotted these houses, and it defies logic. If they have nothing to hide, why would they not give the names despite the Navy repeatedly asking them?
Let me put that question to Kanhaiya Lal Gidwani. He's the promoter of the Adarsh Housing Society. The first question I have for you, Mr. Gidwani, and it's nice that you've come on our show to answer some of these questions. I want to see what answers you have, because the fact is, the rules of construction in Mumbai say that the restriction on the height of this building is supposed to be 30 meters. It was clearly told to you before construction began. That's what the laws say. You're a constructor, you have this cooperative housing society, you know the laws. Now, apparently, it's 100 meters with 31 floors and 124 flats. Why did you break the law? How did you break the law, sir?
Who said you will break the law? This is your newspaper's story.
No.
We have not break the law because
I have this letter. I have this letter. One second, just one second. This is no fabrication. This is no story in the air. Here is a letter written by the senior most Navy officer in the Western Naval Command. He is the man who's in charge of all defense land. He is the man who controls the Navy in the Western area. He is writing to his heir. He's writing to the Naval Chief. You can't dismiss this as fabricated reports.
I am not dismissing your fabricated report. I am asking you which story has been appeared in the Times of India. On that basis, I am giving the reply. We have taken the permission for the 100 meters from the high-rise committee, which is appropriate authority. Naval officer is not appropriate authority to give the NOC to our society. They can take the objection. On the objection of that, their respective Mr. Bhasin will get the reply from the government, and he can make a complaint. He can do anything. But authority of our planning authority is MMRDA, and the land is belongs to the
Principal Secretary, Urban Development Department, Government of Maharashtra, in his letter to the Ministry of Environment, dated the 19th of August 1999, seeking an NOC for the development of this land, says the members of the society are officers of defense services who have laid down their lives in the service of the motherland and deserve special consideration, and several members of the society are even today fighting at Kargil and surrounding areas. This was immediately after the Kargil war. Everybody who got it seems to have been influential at army headquarters in some way, very far away from the glacial heights of Kargil.
I will clear this situation, because you see, there is in Maharashtra, there are the rules. When the government allot the land, it will be belong to the state government, and the cooperative society, everyone had to propose society and approach to the government, and government allot the land. The first I am clear, I am not aware this land is belong to defense or others. This land was belong to the state of Maharashtra, and we have taken the land from the state of Maharashtra. As approach, we
Sir,
approach
the
for
no
the
objection
cooperative society
certificate
and
was
the
given.